Hey, it's Guyby from Vital MX. Indianapolis is a racing town with a long tradition of horsepower, whether it's at the Brickyard, Raceway Park, or now at Lucas Oil Stadium. It may be home for the Colts, but it's where Lucas Oil celebrates all the kinds of racing that they sponsor. Let's check out some of the action from press day before the 2019 Monster Energy Supercross. All right, Chad, first up, happy birthday, and looks like a little different look on the bike this week.
Yeah, thanks, Guyby. It's, 37. Who would have thought that, when I first went pro at 16 years old, I remember thinking that if you're in your 20s, you're kind of old and washed up, and like what a perspective that you really don't have on life. So, to be 37 and still around loving it is really a lot of fun. And, like you said, the team collaborated with Allie and got some cool little, some notes from Allie and the three kids and, the birthday graphics. So, pretty exciting.
What do you see here so far? And obviously missing sand. How about we've got a kind of a double berm before after the finish there?
Yeah, I just got down here and I haven't been able to really look around too much. But, and it's always hard to see what we got going on from the floor. But 2 sets of whoops I see, which excites me.
You're always a fan?
I'm always a fan of whoops for sure, unless we're jumping them. The double berm will be interesting. It's so hard to beat the inside. I don't care what they do to slow it down. It always seems difficult to compete with that. So I'm always on the fence. You kind of love them or hate them. Like you said, it seems like they took the sand out. I think every rider out here doesn't enjoy sand on Supercross and a 180-degree turn. I think that if they were to do it like Tampa last year, and then the ones that they do in Vegas for Monster Cup, I'm all for it. I think that's a lot of fun. Makes it interesting. You get the same effect, but you also get some side-by-side racing, which you don't get in the sand. So, probably a better question to ask me in about 10 minutes.
Well, we'll try and get some video of that. So,
yeah.
What's on the checkoff list between now and the end of the season?
Try to be in the top 5, try to be on the podium, and then ultimately try to win a race. 36 is over, so I think winning a race from here on out would be that one number bigger. As somebody who the oldest guy to qualify for a race, the oldest guy to stand on a podium, you look at the things you have, and I feel like the one thing that's missing is the oldest winner. So I need to get some starts and get my game together. I think I have what it takes. It just seems like I haven't this year put a full weekend together. When I'm good in practice, I struggle at night. When I struggle in practice, I'm better at night. It's all on me on putting the big puzzle together.
It's interesting it seems like when you get a start, it really sparks you up, though.
I mean, I don't know that I would say it sparks me up, but obviously, whenever you have clean track, you can ride your lines, ultimately get the most out of the racetrack that you execute the way that you know how. When you're 5th and back, it's like a demolition derby sometimes. It's really challenging to come through, and I think that that's why you don't see a whole lot of huge charges. We've seen Eli charge a couple times, but he's not. We really, other than the Triple Crown, which I think he was really, really impressive. We haven't seen any charge from behind, to the lead. So it can be done. He proved that. But it's getting more challenging for sure.
All right, Kyle, talk about the season a little bit so far. It looks like a lot of, sometimes a little rough on the start and then a lot of working your way through the pack.
Yeah, it's, I guess that's kind of how it's been for a while. Definitely struggling to get out of the gate. We made some changes this week that hopefully it works out and we get a little better start. Man, I'm not picky right now. I'm not even asking for a whole shot, but starting in the top 10 would be better than 22nd. But, Arlington and Daytona, I went down just after, Daytona right off the start. and then at Arlington right after the first lap. So we were pretty buried way back, I think 15 seconds behind last place. So, man, the riding's been good. The program's awesome. The Honda's a great bike. The short amount of time that we had to put everything together and the way it's going, I mean, I'm pumped. Obviously, I want to do better than 9th or 7th or 10th, wherever I've been. I think we're 9th in points. But yeah, I mean, we want to do better than that, but it's been super fun putting this whole thing together, and bike's great, and I'm feeling comfortable.
9th for a privateer is not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. We've, you know, in the past I've done better, so obviously in my mind I want to do better than that, but we're not too many points out of moving up a few spots, so we just got to get out of the gate, put it together. Hopefully we can do that this weekend. Man, like I said, HRT, Cherokee, North Carolina, Freedom Power Sports, Merge Racing, Honda, FXR, Bell, CD, all those guys. There's a bunch to name, but man, the positive feedback of getting people on board, you know, halfway through January, and being able to do it this way and show up and be at the races has been good. It makes you super appreciative of being here. I love riding the motorcycle, and we're having a ton of fun. So we had some good speed last weekend. I spent some time at Baggett's riding with him, and you know, it really showed in the main event, and hopefully we can get out of the gate this weekend. Actually, I should say we're gonna get out of the gate this weekend.
Think positive.
Yeah. No, we did some starts. We made some changes. My starts felt really good at the practice track. You can't duplicate the races, but you know, we're gonna get out this weekend, get a good start, and get up there and run with those guys.
All right, Justin, it was interesting watching on Instagram this weekend. You made some comments about the sand, and looked like a lot of guys jumped in behind you, and lo and behold, we get here and there's no sand.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't mean it to be like negative at all. I just really want to make the racing better for us riders and really for anybody, and I just don't recall one ever really working, sand section that is, and so I had looked at that track map for almost 2 weeks. I'm like, should I say something? I'm never the controversy type of guy to throw it out there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna throw it out and see what people say. And instantly I posted it and got on my bicycle for an hour and came back and looked at Instagram, and I already had like 300 comments and people talking about it. And yeah, so it you know, I don't think it caused any controversy. Just maybe let some guys speak their mind, and I really wanted to get the fans' input too. Like, is it more fun to watch in the stands? Is it better racing, I guess, from the fans' side? Would they come to a race that had a sand section over a non-sand section and stuff? So interesting to hear so many different views, and yeah, I've just never been to one. I get it. I totally get where they want to throw one in there, and it makes it like the roost is cool and all that. But honestly, if you're not in the lead, it just never really, it never works.
Yeah. I think watching, you know, they're probably trying to figure out a way to slow down lap times also, and it probably accomplishes that, but maybe at a cost somewhere else.
Because it might slow down maybe a second or something, depending on, you know, where and how they use the sand. But there's definitely other ways to slow some tracks down, and but yeah, like I said, it wasn't to cause any controversy or anything. It was just more to get people's opinions and to really throw what I'd been thinking about for a long time, to throw it out there, because for the mechanics too, it's like they work so hard to get the bike style, then literally first lap of the first practice the bike's just completely trashed, and not that it's about that, but Supercross is a show, and it's really cool for the fans to see our motorcycles all blinged out and tricked out. So several reasons why I guess I posted that, and it definitely caused a lot of people to comment.
We're past the halfway point now. What's on the list to check off before the end of the season?
For sure to get a podium. I mean, I got that second at the Triple Crown. I got a third last year in this stadium. It's been an okay year. It hasn't been last year by any means, but it's been okay. 8th in points, and you know, not far out of 7th or 6th. So that would be my goal, is to get up into 6th, to get some more top 5s, to score a few podiums would be awesome. And obviously, you know, last year's win was just incredible. Love to say I could get another one. Obviously the field's a little deeper this year, but yeah, get some better starts and race at the front more, but for sure a couple podiums would be nice.
All right, Chase, every week it's a little inching forward, getting closer, and then last week was a pretty clean race for you.
Yeah, definitely getting closer. Not close as I want to be, but yeah, it was pretty good. Getting fastest qualifier, and then unfortunately throwing away in the heat race, falling first corner was not good. But I salvaged from where I was in the gate. I think I was ninth gate on the outside, so got a good start. And yeah, I just didn't really make it happen. He was right in front of me and just couldn't catch him. So looking forward to this weekend. This is my home race. So the track looks good, and looking forward to it.
What do you think of that double berm down there?
The double berm looks pretty good. I don't think you're going to be hitting the outside unless you want to hit the whoops at like 100 miles an hour. But I don't know. It looks good. I think they'll probably change it. If it's not equal, I'm sure they'll change the inside where they make maybe a hump or something in there. But
try and equalize it a little bit.
Yeah, which they've been pretty good at. I feel like the last when we've had those split lanes, they've adjusted during the day and made it even. So it looks good. The track looks fun. 2 big sets of whoops. I like it.